In this video, I am going to explain why balance of ankle joint is important for movement. I have a question. What happens if anterior part of ankle joint gets tight? Which direction is inhibited? Is that plantar flexion or dorsiflexion? Usually, plantar flexion is restricted when anterior part gets tight, right? Vice versa, when posterior part gets tight, that inhibits dorsiflexion, right? However, when anterior part gets tight, that oftentimes inhibit dorsiflexion. That's weird, right? This is just my clinical experience. Maybe other people feel that. So if you feel that, please try to stretch anterior part. And before that, please measure your plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. Then do stretch around this area. Then after the evaluation, then your dorsiflexion increases. That means tightness of this area can inhibit dorsiflexion, right? You know what I'm talking about? Vice versa. When you have tight calf, tight Achilles tendon, tight plantar fascia, that usually inhibits dorsiflexion. But this tightness also inhibits plantar flexion. And try that. You measure range of motion of ankle, particularly plantar flexion, then do stretch for Achilles tendon, gastrocnemius, and plantar fascia. Then try to measure range of motion again. Then if the plantar flexion range of motion increases, maybe that tightness was from posterior part. Does it make sense? So, adequate balance of anterior part and posterior part is very important for ankle movement. You can say same thing for any other joints like shoulder joint, hip joint, neck, or maybe hands. This is dorsal side and this is palmar side. If my palmar side is very tight, maybe that tightness inhibits this flexion movement. Of course, for extension movement. Vice versa, if this side gets tight, that can inhibit flexion movement or both extension movement. You can apply this theory for any joint. If one side gets tight, one side is affected. If one side gets tight, that can affect both side movements. This is very important thing. If you didn't know this, you try this theory for your body itself. Now you can feel change. You may feel change. Maybe you don't feel change. Then maybe that place is not the real cause. But for some people, that can happen. Then you can say same thing for lateral and medial balance. Usually, when lateral part gets tight, that usually inhibits inversion, right? Because this tightness inhibits inversion, right? Medial part restriction usually inhibits eversion, right? But this medial part tightness also can inhibit inversion because of tightness or lack of resiliency of tissue can inhibit inversion. Same thing, lateral part tightness can inhibit eversion because of the tightness here. Now again, you can say same thing for any other joints. Shoulder joint, elbow, neck, hip, back muscles. Many places can be applied this theory. This is very, very important to know. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. See you next video.